What's up everybody, Steven Z Killer here, and I'm bringing you a brand new reaction video. But before that, about 80% of you guys watching are not subscribed. That means two things, either you're new or you're returning, and hopefully this is the video that gets you that subscribe button. Today, the new goal for this channel is 400,000 subscribers, and the only way we can do that is by you right there hitting that subscribe button. I can feel it rising. I can feel it. Keep hitting the subscribe button. Keep doing it. One day we'll even go even further beyond and hit 1 million subscribers. So hit that subscribe button today. What's up everybody, Steven Z Killer here, bringing another reaction, and we're checking out a video literally called Why Palworld is So Popular and Awesome. Now I'm looking forward to checking out this video because I will have to agree, I love what Palworld is. It is so good. It is literally blended together, and I saw this on Twitter, and this is like literally the best way to phrase it. Palworld is literally a sprinkle of Breath of the Wild, a good chunk of Ark, and a good scoop, all blended together. A Pokemon, by the way, scoop, and just mashed together, and blah, that's Palworld. To be 100%, I absolutely love the game, and I think it is awesome, and I'm glad that it's getting as much popularity as it is, and I'm having a blast. By the way, I am streaming this game on my second channel. If you guys missed my last two streams on my second channel, and you guys want to see me play the game and everything, the streams are still available over there, and I will be streaming more later this week on the second channel. But I'm excited. I actually think this game is fun, and I know there's a lot of people out there that are hating on this game and everything, or wanting it to be taken down by Pokemon because it's a rip-off and all that stuff. Shut the fuck up. Goddamn stupid-ass keyboard warriors. People are going way too far on the hate of this game. It is a fantastic game, and I'm just going to say this right now. I'm having more fun on Palworld than I did on Arceus and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Just going to say it. I think it's a better game. It's in early access, and it runs better than Scarlet and Violet did on release, on a full $60 game. And you know what? I bought this game for 26 bucks. Actually, funny enough is I bought it for me. I bought it for a friend, and I bought it for my sister. I bought the game 3 times. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I enjoy this game, and I am supporting this game. And if you don't like that, click off this video now, because that's your choice. Anyways, we're trying to check out this video. I'm excited to check this one out, and if you can do me the biggest favor and show your support, link in the description. Subscribe and like to this channel. I think last time I watched this guy's channel was during a live stream reaction. It's been a good bit, and I'm looking forward to checking this one out. This was recommended to me on my Discord, so shout out to the person who recommended me this video, and I thought this would be a good one to check out. Also, before we get into things, thank you everybody. If you guys aren't aware, I do have an OnlyFans page that I prefer over Patreon because I think it's simpler, easier, and my OnlyFans page is nothing 18+. So don't worry, it is literally reactions to anime and reactions to other things that I have to alter for YouTube, that I do the unaltered, unedited versions over there on OnlyFans if you want to support me and get early access to those videos. Nothing 18+, nothing not safe for work, nothing like that. People ask and all that stuff, and I try to explain. I just prefer it over Patreon, because Patreon is a hassle, and I don't like what they do on the platform. Anyways, it's just my preference. And also for the people who are recently supporting me on that platform, thank you. There is now a vote. Now that Hazbin Hotel is over, there is a vote on what I will be tackling going on, and right now Jujutsu Kaisen might be looking like the next thing I tackle, because a lot of people are voting for that. If you haven't voted, please go over there now. If you're part of the OnlyFans page, I'll be reacting and uploading those reactions soon to whichever one wins. Anyways, let's get into this and enjoy this video right now. Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. Oh. Oh. Oh, level 69, level 1? I still think Palworld's got this beat. So fucking true. Like I said, the amount of love this game is getting, I'm so happy about. And like I said, Scarlet and Violet, I know there's a lot of you guys out there who enjoy it and everything, but it just, compared to like older Pokemon games for me and everything, I just didn't care for it. And also it ran like shit.
Pokemon with guns. 3 words that will pique your immediate curiosity and interest. Props to whoever came up with this phrase. Could have been some random on the internet or the Albert Einstein of marketing, because good God, Palworld is doing numbers.
Oh yes.
If you've been on the internet in the last couple of weeks, you've no doubt heard about Palworld. Check this out.
What the fuck?
Yo, look at me, dude.
I
I can pick up a fucking dig toys. I can even jump with him, bro.
Do I need to
What the
investigate you for steroid use?
Why do you think my arms are?
You know, it is very fucking funny because although I absolutely think it's annoying when I'm trying to like log into something or select something and a pal just walks by and I grab it, just chuck it, get out of here. I don't want to carry
So
you.
big, huh? Why do you think? And today, this is the question I'm going to answer. Why is Palworld so popular?
Because it's actually fun, and even though it's early access, it works better than Scarlet and Violet.
And awesome. I've compiled 8 reasons why in this very video. Reason number 1, word of mouth. Palworld's popularity has surprised everyone, especially its developers, who apparently were considering bankruptcy if the game didn't sell well. I don't think they have to worry about that anymore.
Looks like there's been a change of plans.
This game's trailers did not attract a sort of viral attention, and so what I think we're witnessing is one of the most...
It's generally a good game, and it's in early access. Any bugs or issues people have will be fixed probably later. And honestly, most of the bugs and issues aren't that big of a deal, and actually can be fun.
Successful word-of-mouth campaigns in video game history. Pokemon with guns is what got me to check out Palworld, and now I'm talking to all of you about
wait,
it. Okay.
wait a second! I've never seen that one. That's funny.
Yeah, come up here.
Oh, what in the world?
See these chickens?
What chicken? Oh my!
Oh my god! I need that. I like the panda. I want to get the guns with the panda. I'm only level 30. I think I'm level 30 something, like between 31 and 35, maybe somewhere around that point. I will be streaming this game again soon.
Oh shit! Jesus Christ!
We were so close. These are cannons, Blastoise. These are cannons, not firearms. We're so close. I'd say the chances of an early access survival game being this good is about 1 in 8,192. The explosive popularity of
And I just can't wait till they add more stuff. There's so much potential with this game, and it's amazing.
Palworld is unheard of in the world of gaming. It's like the polar opposite of the day before. Fuck that game. Palworld has reached power levels that seemed impossible, hitting over 2 million concurrent players on Steam.
It's impossible!
That is second only to PUBG, the game that arguably popularized the entire battle royale genre. That's more concurrent players than Counter-Strike, fucking Counter-Strike, has ever had. What is happening? Do you understand how crazy this is? Palworld sold over 8 million copies in less than a week. It's probably more by the time you're watching this. For reference,
You know what? I'm okay with this. I even bought the game 3 times. One for me, one for my sister, and one for a good friend of mine.
Scarlet and Violet sold 10 million copies on the first 3 days. And that was Nintendo's biggest game launch of all time.
And there was much rejoicing.
Too bad it ran like shit.
This isn't just insane. It is insane in the membrane. That a random indie developer can come out with a creature catching game that rivals that of the largest media franchise of all time. It can even keep up with it in sales, relatively. Reason number 2, why...
And it's not a fully $60 game. You could, if you're like me, I got it for $26 when it was on like a 10% deal. But even at full price, it's only $30 fucking.
Palworld is so popular. This is an easy one. it's a damn good video game.
Very true. If you haven't already, go buy it. It's worth.
Palworld is like Cell. It combines the DNA from all these popular games in different genres to become this fucking supreme super being. You've got the cartoony art style gliding, and
I haven't played this game in 5 days of it's been about 5 days since the last time I played this game. And now I want to play this after recording.
third-person shooter combat of Fortnite. They even have shields in this. There's
Oh,
an element of
Jesus,
Dark
what the
Souls
fuck?
with timed dodges and
By the way, I haven't done any like the massive bosses. I've been doing mostly just map opening off camera and stuff like that. And I'm over 30 hours and there's still so much to do.
this sick-ass butterfly twist, by the way.
What the fuck was that?
That's like the Darth Maul butterfly kick. Yeah, you...
Oh shit!
Eh. Who are you?
Whoa! Oh, you can do a backflip.
Yep. The crafting, base building, and survival mechanics of Valheim, Minecraft, and Ark. You have
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Valheim was so much fun, and this has a lot of that
open
too.
world elements, a little too similar to Breath of the Wild, with multiplayer guilds. Fuck it, throw a grapple hook in there too. Hey, you want to ride a fat alpaca while shooting a musket? Sure. They even let players make abominations in the character creator. I shit you
Dear
not,
God.
because they said Americans sometimes like to make ugly characters. And while you might think it's easy to take ideas
They're not wrong.
and inspiration from all these different places,
I even might do something in the future, Palworld related, that might be something with members on my channel, maybe. It was an idea someone brought up in one of my live streams.
throw it in a blender and hope it turns out great. Halo 4 taught us that doesn't always pan out well. We've seen plenty of copycat games, right? Doom clones, Halo killers, etc. And most of the time, these games live in the shadow of their inspiration. But we are witnessing something truly magical. Palworld
This is exceeding its inspirations.
is actually competing with its inspiration. It combines so many different elements of other games that it actually becomes unique, like Cell. For a game that feels like one giant shitpost, Palworld is surprisingly deep. It's a literal fucking skill tree. Are you serious? Wow.
I still gotta find all those. I know where at least like 4 or 5 of them are.
This game isn't real. There's so many ways to upgrade your pals and optimize them. It's a much less time
Hey, thank you for subscribing. Subscribe, you may pop up in one of my videos.
consuming, tedious process than grinding EVs in regular Pokemon games. Like, the way you power pals up is better and more fun than modern Pokemon. What are
Facts. So true. Modern Pokemon, it's not as fulfilling, I feel like. A lot of the modern stuff is kind of very cheesy and easy.
the offer pal souls? What?
Oh my
Souls?
gosh, that's dark.
You have all sorts of different passives,
What in the... I haven't even seen that one. What the fuck?
positive and negative traits. There's a ton of different moves that pals can learn, which happen in real-time combat instead of turn-based. So, like, you actually have to aim this shit if you're controlling the pal, which you
Which is a lot of
can
fun.
control a whole lot of them. The PvP for this game is going to be
This is the only like major boss I've done on camera. I haven't done any of the other bosses like this one off camera. I've kept them for when I do stream the game.
absolutely wild whenever that comes out. You know, micromanaging
And as long as it's still available when I get back to it, I also know that you can capture them.
your base with pals and the tasks you give them, it reminds me of managing
I do hope that actually stays in the full release game, because I think it's a lot of fun being able to capture the bosses. But I feel like they should definitely make it where it's not a glitch and you actually have to work and it's really, really low chances or something.
villagers in Age of Empires 2. There's like a little real-time strategy to it. The crafting, resource gathering, base building, and pal training are all things you can invest a lot of time into and get a huge return on investment.
I'm still learning a lot of that
This
stuff.
game is way better than it has any reason to be. And that leads me
Facts.
to reason number 3. The content and polish. This is early access done right. When you combine the phrase early access with survival game, it's usually a recipe for disaster. But Palworld defies the stereotypes around early access titles because,
and again, it just works.
Somehow it's more stable and polished than a lot of AAA games manage to be. Mechanically, the gameplay is solid, and that's most important. It's a ton of fun battling the pals, catching them in real time, avoiding attacks. Palworld nails the fundamentals and provides a ton of content at the same time. It makes the trainer an active participant in the Pokemon formula, and I cannot fathom why that hasn't been done before. This is leagues above what most people expect from an early access title. It feels complete in concept, and because of that, I'm not too bothered by the rougher areas of
I hope Pokemon learns from this. They should learn.
the game. Multiplayer and guilds are a great feature. I played a shitload of Valheim, and just like that, Palworld is something me and the boys are gonna keep playing for a very long time. But multiplayer stability is by far the most immediate concern, as it's pretty glitchy compared to flying solo. There's a few animations that could use some work. All right, check this shit. Check this shit.
Oh no, dude. I at least thought like you'd be on her head or something.
But I'm torn between wanting smooth animations and this janky funny shit.
See, I'd rather be able to enjoy the game like that. That's hilarious. That's fun.
You can just lift them up and put them anywhere you want.
There's quite a few moves, attacks, and equipment that don't have any sound effects yet, but still function somewhat. Occasionally you can spawn underneath the map.
All right, I gotta craft the grappling hook, and that will be on stream when I play with that.
But any game-breaking glitches I've found can be fixed by quitting and reloading. Another huge issue is things phasing or clipping.
That, and also I've fallen through the world several different times, and eventually you just got to find the right spot you can get out of there, and leaving the game and coming back may have to I've had one instance where it took me like 3 to 4, maybe even 5 tries, and then eventually got out
into the world. The pathing is kind of janky for the pals. They don't always know what to do or where they're going. And the police, yes, there are police in Palworld. This game has a fucking wanted system.
By the gods, there is a psychopath on the loose. Stop! You violated the law. Remember, am I supposed to be impressed? Should have paid.
I can't wait till this game is fully released, and you know, this game is going to utilize probably the modding community so much.
Fine. What's the matter? Getting tired?
If you attack non-hostile NPCs, the police will spawn in your anus like they used to in Cyberpunk. They will follow you no matter where you fast travel. So you either let them kill you or you quit and reload the game. One of the greatest features ever in survival games is being able to access all of your stored materials without having them in your inventory. So you can build, craft, and do whatever the fuck you want without actually going to the box and picking it up and then doing it. Palworld does the one thing that every video game should strive to do: give you bang for your buck. Which is why, reason 4, it undercuts the competition. Scarlet and Violet have been out for 14 months, and they're still charging $60 for them. $60 for that pig slop.
I bought that game, and I don't even care about the new DLC.
Did I mention they're also double dipping on DLC? They're selling the same DLC.
$70 for both the DLCs? Fuck no.
Twice, which by itself is still...
I think I'd rather buy Palworld 4 more times for other people that I know than buy that DLC.
Pricier than Palworld? In fact, every Pokemon game on Switch is pricier than Palworld. So Palworld is affordable. You can play it on PC or Xbox with Game Pass. It has a small file size. It's easy to understand. You don't need a top-of-the-line PC to run it. It checks almost every accessibility box. Not to mention, there
I do hope it eventually comes to PS5. I'd love to have it on my PS5 as well as PC kind of situation.
has never been an official Pokemon game released on PC. To be fair, Nintendo doesn't really release games on PC at all, but you would think the largest media franchise of all time would at least try to tap into that market. Reason number 5 why Palworld is so popular: memeability. Mercenary with a wounded knee. I used to be a tough trainer like you. Then I took an attack to the knee from that giant pal. A Skyrim
That's
reference
hilarious.
in 2024. What year is it? On the surface, Palworld presents itself with a cute, cartoony art style, located on a series of islands populated by
It's also kind of dark too.
such adorable critters.
Meanwhile,
This island is a living hell. The people I came with aren't with us any longer. Those damned pals ate everyone.
Also, not to mention what you could do to your pals when you're no longer want to utilize them.
I tried making graves for everyone at first, but when more than 100 died, I gave up on that idea. What the fuck?
And now, standing on this mountain of brave corpses, I have quite the view.
The tone takes a radical
Damn.
shift towards the macabre at complete random. You know, one moment in Palworld you're catching pals, and the next moment they develop an eating disorder or have broken their legs. What? You can force them to work under normal, cruel, or brutal conditions.
yeah, no one's in the wrong here. There was nothing to be done. We had no choice in all this. Because
Okay, some of this stuff I didn't know about.
it's just that cruel.
You don't just fight pals, you can fight real people. And you don't defeat them, you kill
murder them.
When I think to myself, what is it about
You can also enslave them. There's human trafficking technically in the game.
me as a
Just saying.
Pokemon fan that is drawn to Palworld? Part of it is the dark undertones of Pokemon that mostly go unaddressed. And this is like a satire of that. On the main menu screen, you've got 2 lamb balls on mounted MG42s. There's a pal called Hang You, which in universe is used to carry out public executions by tearing the skin off of their bones.
Jesus Christ.
Palworld is
Holy fuck!
popular partially because it allows you to do things that Game Freak would never even
Because they're pussies.
consider implementing in a Pokemon game. You know, some areas look like they're from a Pokemon game, but then you go to the volcano biome at night and it looks like demon ruins from fucking Dark Souls. What is this? There's an organization called the Free Pal Alliance. We have 5 traditional commandments. Thou must not eat pals. Thou must not overwork pals. Thou must not abuse pals. Thou must not use pals for experiments. Thou must risk thy life to protect pals. And it sounds like a parody of PETA, right? But it's actually an accurate representation of PETA because the Free Pal Alliance can often be seen shooting and murdering pals. I think I love being caught completely off guard and not knowing what to make of this game at any given moment. Palworld is a very funny game, and it's easy for it to spread like wildfire when there's so many meme-worthy moments you can create. Look at the way it fucking walks. Oh my god.
Energy right there.
They know what they were doing when it came to that one.
That is main character energy, bro.
Furry bait?
Exactly.
It is absolutely furry bait.
Did you
He's got a
know
big
that
mouth.
in terms of pal and human breeding?
It literally has a giant heart as its titties and has a heart on its crotch area. Yes.
Stop right there. Okay, you want to see something else?
Let's see.
It is number 69 in the PAL deck.
Of course it is.
I didn't even know that. Of course.
Oh my.
You know, at this point, you know, day one, Rule 34 artists were having a field day with this. I don't doubt that there are already hundreds, if not thousands, of art and maybe even animations that is 18 plus of that mon, or that pal, I should say.
God, that's fucking.
That makes
like,
sense.
if anybody like doesn't say that this game is a parody game, they're just lying to themselves.
Reason number 6. The pals. We can argue about plagiarism and the various designs and
I can agree it is a parody.
if some of them are stolen ideas or not, which some of them are. Might cover that in a separate video, but most of them are original. And what really sells me on these pals is
I don't know if I will, but someone also recommended me to watch a video that was like comparing all the lookalikes. So I might do that in the future because I do know quite a few of them that, yeah, there's a lot of influence there, but you know, there's some that they definitely took influence of. There's also some that I know they took Tumon and kind of combined them with a little bit of their own twist.
is the amount of animations they have and the detail of them. You know, Depresso when he mines looks absolutely hilarious. Moss Panda before he chops lumber does a little bow like a sensei. The pals in this game function exactly how you'd want Pokemon to
I want a really OP version of that panda.
function in a game like this.
I guess I'll just say one of the things I like about this game is you can use your pals for everything you'd want to in a Pokemon game. Where like, you know, instead of clicking to use the move, you like get on the pal and ride them to fly them, or you get on the pal and ride them.
They're
have them
part
use them.
of the world. And
Yeah,
how
they're
you
part of your
interact
kit.
with
Yes. So like the celery you can get, I didn't want to spoil this, but like I think you could literally use them to glide, like as a paraglider. Like you can do shit with them that like you wouldn't think of. The millennial audience of Pokemon is so massive. I don't know why they don't capitalize on it.
Because they haven't really had to. They haven't had to try.
They just keep getting like, I mean, yeah.
No one.
They know at this point. We know this when it comes to the Pokemon developers. They know they have no competition, and they know whatever they throw out, even if it's a pile of dog shit, Scarlet and Violet, people will eat it up and play it. I fucking did, and I regret. Honestly, I played it because it was the newest Pokemon game and I was getting back into Pokemon. I'm still really into Pokemon. I'm doing a series right now on my second channel where I went back and I played a Pokemon game I never touched. It's my first time playing X and Y. And I'm doing a series right now with my buddies where we're doing a 2v2 cage lock. If you're not aware of it, go check it out. There's, as of right now, recording this, there's 13 episodes available to watch. So go check out the playlist.
One's putting their fucking feet to the fire, but maybe now someone is.
Like, imagine if you took this exact idea and swapped out all the pals with real Pokemon. It would sell millions. Pokemon fans would eat that shit up because they have been so starved for innovation and new ideas. You can utilize and control a huge number of the pals, which is one of my favorite features. They can work as gliders or gloves, or you can pull up Lamball and use him as a fucking shield.
I didn't even know that part. That's amazing.
111 pals, all designed with a unique ability. They all have unique animations for a variety of tasks. Some of them have exclusive moves and animations for that too, you know? The personality conveyed through these animations is what sells you on Palworld. Meanwhile, Game Freak's animations...
Oh my goodness!
Reason number 7. Palworld is controversial. Nothing...
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even hyped for the next Pokemon game. I think there's been a leak for a remake recently, the one with a remake of Black and White. I believe there was like a leak for that. I may consider that because it's a remake of a good Pokemon game. But after Scarlet and Violet, I don't know if I care. Unless they go a route where it's looking more like what we want in a Pokemon game. I don't know. It's just Scarlet and Violet and even Arceus just
Nothing popular can ever avoid controversy, and Palworld has been accused of many things like using AI, stealing designs, plagiarizing from Pokemon.
Where's Murkrow?
Nah, yeah, that's... Yo, it does have a hat. It has a hat too. That's fucking Murkrow. Yo, that's actually Murkrow.
Okay.
Hey. It's Fat Murkrow.
That's the first one I've seen that I've actually gone, alright, that's a little sus.
Yeah, a crow with a hat, it is a little sus.
It's more like an owl more than a crow.
The controversy only seems to be fueling people's interest and attention to this game. But if you think Nintendo or Game Freak or the Pokemon Company is going to sue Palworld and its developers, they had a couple years to do that. They're not going to. And if they can...
And honestly, they shouldn't.
Take down this Pokemon mod for Palworld, why wouldn't they just take down Palworld? Reason number 8. This is the last one, and it's big. Pokemon.
The Pokemon mod, I completely understand why that got taken down.
Fucking sucks right now. I have been a fan since Red and Blue version, and with 25 years of Pokemon experience under my Wumbo belt, I say with absolute 100% certainty that Scarlet and Violet are the worst Pokemon games in the entire franchise, spin-offs included, and they're the best selling. Palworld has innovated the Pokemon formula more than Pokemon itself has in the last decade plus. Pokemon is the most static, lazy, apathetic franchise in gaming. Palworld was made by people who learned...
Like I said, I prefer playing the older Pokemon games than the newer ones.
...how to use the Unreal Engine as they developed the game. And yet the game they've made is 15 years ahead in technology from Scarlet and Violet. Game Freak and the Pokemon Company haven't had to work. They haven't had to innovate or push the boundaries because they've had a monopoly on the creature-catching genre for 25 years. Palworld is the first real, genuine competition that Pokemon has had since its inception. And you know how I know that? Because I've only cared about Pokemon since its inception. No other creature-catching games have caught my attention. The status quo and quality of the Pokemon franchise has gotten so abysmally low that I've gotten to the point where I'm secretly rooting for its downfall.
Like, I'll say this, actually. Diamond and Pearl's remake, I enjoyed that more. I liked Diamond and Pearl's Brilliant Diamond, Shiny Pearl way more than Scarlet and Violet and Arceus. I enjoyed that. Want to know why? It was back to its roots. It's good formula. That is probably why. Scarlet and Violet, no. Even Sword and Shield is better than Scarlet and Violet and Arceus, I feel. But Sword and Shield was still in the direction of they tried, but it's not as good as that you'd hope.
I don't want to secretly root for its downfall, but I feel compelled to, given the complete lack of effort Game Freak and the Pokemon Company continue to show. Oh my god, what's this? It doesn't feel like acid is being poured into my face and eyes when I look at Palworld? No way! Objects don't disappear or render at 5 frames per second when they're 2 feet away from me? Holy shit! You can actually see the entire world if you go high enough. This kind of draw distance would be impressive for any game. Meanwhile, yeah, sure, Palworld was optimized for more powerful hardware than the Switch, but Tears of the Kingdom, Xenoblade, Smash Bros. Ultimate, Pikmin 4, Breath of the Wild, there's tons of examples of amazing looking games on the Switch. The hardware is clearly capable of it. It's just that Game Freak and the Pokemon Company don't give a shit.
I know I'm not doing much commentary, but I just can't help but nod and smile.
Or they haven't been given enough time to make something that looks even remotely acceptable. You can literally take assets from Scarlet and Violet and drop them into Mario 64 and it doesn't look out of place.
Something's not right here.
This is why the Monopoly board game exists. It illustrates why monopolies suck for consumers. You want a creature-catching game? Your only choice is Pokemon. So they'll make it as shitty as they want to, and you will still buy it because there's no other options.
Honestly, I'm getting to the point where I don't think I will buy the next Pokemon game unless they show some huge improvement. And I might not buy it day one. I may wait to see how it looks and everything. And if it even gives me the simplest idea that it's going to be like Scarlet and Violet, fuck that. Nope, not paying you. Nintendo, you can go suck a cock.
Now you have an option. It's called fucking Palworld. And this is one of the biggest reasons why Palworld is so successful, because it is a great creature catching game that does feel unique. The catching mechanic plays out in real time. A lot of fans praised Legends Arceus and hoped that would be the next direction for the series, but it wasn't. No, it was the same regurgitated, stale formula. Isn't it ironic that evolution is such a critical component of Pokemon, and yet this series is
I was about to make the same fucking joke.
Capable of it? Going back to quality of life, Palworld actually lets you control basically every difficulty setting in the entire game. Meanwhile, Game Freak is removing difficulty options that have existed since Gen 1. They actually force the easy mode on you through
Game Freak. You bunch of pussies.
XP share. It's just Pokemon should have a difficulty setting. I don't want this to be like Diablo 3 and 4 where I have to beat the game to fucking be challenged by it. I hate that shit. Give me a difficulty option that I don't have to self-impose on myself, okay? Look, Game Freak continues to streamline the games and make them as easy as possible so that 3-year-old toddlers can beat them.
I know it's what I said at the very beginning of this video that I may have to consider going back and playing Scarlet and Violet and beating it, because like I said, I did a Nuzlocke day 1 with my buddy where we did kind of a Nuzlocke Soul Link with Scarlet and Violet, and we lost during the Elite Four. I haven't touched the game since, and I honestly don't think I ever will.
And they just want to force you to play easy mode. I hate that shit. Palworld has a level sync feature, so even if you catch something monstrously overpowered, it can't exceed your own level. That's a great way to balance the game. So a huge part of Palworld's success is this growing discontent between me and many other Pokemon fans who are just tired of the complacency, laziness, and incompetence at Game Freak and the Pokemon Company. So why is Palworld so popular? Well, for all the reasons I've been explaining for the last 25 to 30 minutes, silly. It's a solid, addicting game packed with tons of content that absolutely nails the fundamentals of everything it tries to be. And despite taking inspiration from every other game imaginable, Palworld manages to feel fresh and original. It's such a bizarre game, you have to tell your friends about it and spread the game through word of mouth. It's easily memeable, going for half the price of AAA titles, so naturally tons of people are going to pick it up, especially when it bears similarities to Pokemon. It's accessible, easy to learn, and most importantly, it satisfies Pokemon fans who have become hungry for change and innovation. I am excited for the future of Palworld. I hope this game continues for a long time. I hope it becomes a regular series if it maintains this level of quality, and I especially hope this makes Game Freak and the Pokemon Company get off their fat, lazy asses and start making at least half the... Spare me. But what do you think? Are there any
that is a perfect example. Plus, I love that movie.
reasons for Palworld's success and popularity that I didn't mention here? Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the Pal Man.
Definitely do that. Go hit that subscribe button if you haven't. He's nearing 2 million, and you know what? Every single fucking word he said, I agree with. And I'm sorry, but don't waste your money on the shitty DLC. Don't waste your money on the most recent Pokemon game. It is not worth it. Do yourself a favor. Buy Palworld and buy it for a friend. It is way more worth that money, and you'll have way more fun. You'll thank me later. And also, if you do want to play a Pokemon game, play a classic one. Play an older one. Have fun with a Nuzlocke. That is the only way to play Pokemon lately. And you know what? It is what it is, and I hope Pokemon learns and improves for the next one, because Scarlet and Violet is fucking garbage, and Arceus was okay, but still kind of boring. I never even finished Arceus. I never did. I just got bored of it. And Sword and Shield wasn't terrible, but its potential is more for like Then We Battle videos and stuff like that. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys in the next one. Until then, later.